girls? So today in our case study video, we are going to see a topic like how will you manage your stress when managing your own emotional well-being as a teacher. So you have all come out of your teaching practice, right? You have gone through that and you have seen varieties of students there. So we are going to see as a teacher how did you felt and how you have handled those students with the balancing the life as well as the classroom management. So we have both teams here. We will see how they are going to discuss. Yes, who is going to talk?
As a student teacher, when I feel stressed, what I will be doing is first we have to be very calm and we have to be very polite and we have to be very positive mood. So as a teacher, what I will do is we have to plan prior what we are going to do the work. If we have the timetable in a planned way, so that stress will be reduced and we won't have so much workload also. For example, when we are having paper correction work and all, like in exam times, what we have to do is if we handling for many classes, we have to prepare a timetable for a short period of time to evaluate those papers. So it will make us feel relaxed and we'll be having more time also. So in case if we need any help, we can ask to our colleagues and friends also. So these will make us feel very stressless in the work pressure or in a workload.
Okay, sir, class.
Especially when I was correcting the papers, I felt burned out, overburnt out. I was having headache and all. So what you can do is as a teacher, you can prioritize your tasks. You can set clear boundaries, or you can just, your physical health is also important while you are managing your academic responsibility. So you can make your task into smaller chunks. Like if you have 30 papers to grade, what you can do is you can do 10 papers now and you can grade the rest of the papers later, and you can take a short break. And when dealing with difficult students especially, what you can use positive reinforcement. Instead of jumping out your behavior, you can just count till 1 to 10 and then you can stay calm and patient and you can address your expectation and your teaching approach. This is what clear boundaries I'm setting. You can tell it in a positive approach, and this way you can make the students understand your stance as a teacher as well as the students' boundary.
Ma'am, for me, more than 30 test papers, analyzing, assessment and all, for me, maintaining the classroom was very difficult at the start. That created a lot of stress for me because in classroom, we handled with more than 30 different personalities. That created a lot of stress for me. As a student teacher, when getting into a teaching community, into the teachers' world and into the students also, it was hard for me at first. But later, learning patience I learned. Through meditations, that thought was subjective. Another thing in classrooms, how I learned was, I started interacting with students in the way that they don't get offended, and I started trying to convince them that teachers need to have certain responsibilities we need to think. Then another thing which I followed was, I started this through reading via books. Stoic philosophies I follow. In that, taking things which are not under your control is another form of stress. So I stopped that. Another thing which I started was to keep your mood well while your surroundings is not, because sometimes the other person, 30 different personalities, positive and negative energies come into us. At that time, what I thought was taking only the positive energy into us and leaving on the negative. This can be done through by getting into a classroom. The child must be into a different level of stress. One child, the other child will be a very calm day for them. Then what I will do is I will just mingle them together and I will be just a moderator so that both of them can share their own energies, and the person who is in the negative energy, I will give another level of reinforcement and reflection for that student, and the student will get my positive energy and also the other fellow beings positive energy. So this which I follow in classrooms, and with as a teacher you have to be with also colleagues. Sometimes getting into timetables, getting into classes will be a stress level for both the student teachers as well as the guide teacher. And later on, when things didn't work out as such, we stopped blaming others and we started to sit and discuss with like-minded people. So this helped a lot during the period, and it also created a good rapport between the classrooms, the school, the overall functioning, the timetables, and also with each and every individual inside the institution. So it created a good thing for us, and through this our stress level was maintained at its extent.
Well said, Ashika. So this is a very nice valid point. So where as a student teacher or where as a teacher, we have to handle our stress. So the main thing is we have to be very patient, and we have to be in a positive thinking. We have to give a positive reinforcement to the students, where the student and the teacher have a mutual bonding, and the classroom will be fully focused, and it will be an active participation from the both teachers and the students. So well said all of you. Thank you for joining.